prickly burdock that sticks to your coat, which is also known as the wild Velcro. These are survival Velcros. If you don't have any buttons, here you go. But don't put them in your skin because they hurt. And they stick to things very easily. It's called burdock. Articum lapa. You can eat the roots, but I wouldn't recommend eating the thorn parts. Oh, you can eat coats, but it's an early spring edible. See the scales on the stem? You can easily tell it's not dandelion. But boy, it tastes good. The flowers come out first and then the leaves. There's lots of it. There's lots of cold foot over here. Like, right here, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there.
Early spring foraging, Dame's Rocket in its natural habitat. Dame's Rocket.
Taste it. Taste it. Yeah, the new stuff's coming up.
Now, will Dame's Rocket get acrid as the season gets warmer?
Yes, but right now, when you boil it for just a short time, it tempers the flavor a lot and makes it just a mild mustard flavor.
So it is a member of the mustard family.
It is.
Oh, there's like stuff on that plant.
Yep, that's called ice.
Check it out.
Okay, so back to Daylily. Alright, I have a question about Daylily. Look at those. Oh, delicious. Comparing Daylily to what some people consider poisonous or toxic water lily. What are the differences? Because I really don't know. I've never seen water lily. I don't think I've seen water lily. But first of all, is Daylily a day dash lily? Is it a true lily? Do they still do that? They do? Okay. And water lily, is that even such a plant anymore? And does it grow in Maine? It does. Okay. Does a water lily produce these bulbs?
No, the rhizome.
And they have a rhizome, so that's a longer starchy growth, kind of like a cattail would have, right? Okay. And because of the different ages of these bulbs, here's one that's way too far gone. We want firm, crunchy, golden, delicious bulbs. Kind of like you're picking potatoes. Right there, it's perfect. There. And the aerial parts of water lily, they're pretty much indistinguishable at this stage, or are they different?
Not up.
They're not up yet, okay.
And coming out of the water.
And they're going to be coming out of the water, so, okay.
Yeah, and they have the big broad blade that floats on the water as opposed to, these narrow folded leaves.
So we would shake all the dirt off, rinse them off, keep the aerial parts on, and then cook all of it at once as a pot herb, just kind of light steam or boil, right? For 3-5 minutes?
Yeah, we can cut that and put that in a salad, and then we can clean this all up and boil those just as if they were potatoes.
Nice. This is exciting. I can't wait to eat all this. Look at all this food. And this is all high energy food. Bulk food source in survival, plant-wise, is, at least in Maine, a treasure trove. When you could find it, when you find these larders, it's good reason to be thankful, especially with what little effort there is to harvest such a large amount of food in such a short amount of time. Alright, so we're going to take these daylily bulbs here. We're going to brush them off and have some lunch. Be good. Alright. I'm just taking a little scrubber, get all the muck off them before we rinse them off. The difference between wild foraging and gourmet meals doesn't have to be so stark. It can be pretty indiscernible if you do it right. These daylily bulbs are really starchy and sweet. One of the first early springs available. I mean, it'd be earlier if the ground thawed out sooner, because they lock all of their nutrients in here in these little bulbs all winter. So I'm getting most of the dirt off here. A little scrubby action. Here's some daylilies that we planted just because they're so good. And while it's 23 degrees out today, third week of March in Maine, we have greens, and they are edible. All these aerial parts. You see, we're going to have to run this under some water. And this is our pre-rinse scrub. We'll have a different brush for scrubbing under the water. And in the wild, you just run your fingers over them under some running water, but this time of year, you'd end up getting really cold. So, there we go. Nice, huh? Daylily bulbs are indicators, not necessarily all the time, but indicators of an old homestead. And usually, if you find daylily bulbs, you could find an old foundation or a wagon wheel rim or something that shows that there were people in that area. But they'll also grow in transition areas. They're escaped cultivars. It's a nice one. See how firm it is, where this one's all wrinkly and kind of gnarly looking. You don't want to eat that. That's no good. But if it's a little mushy, this one's a little mushy, you can squeeze it. I'm just going to let that one go by. It's already getting depleted. You want nice, firm, high quality tubers here. Right. So of course this one spent. So that one goes. Another spent one. You just peel off all the spent ones, keep the good ones. Right, so once we've got all of our roots through their first scrubbing and picked out some of the nastier ones, we're just going to put it in a porous basket. I'm going to dunk this into some water over and over again to leach out a lot of the mud. And you know, this is just a simple root basket made out of Tsuga canadensis, eastern hemlock, but any porous basket will do. And once we leach all of the mud and hopefully retain these little tiny tubers, or bulbs, excuse me, we'll have a nice medium to start steaming. That'd be good lunch. Okay, so we're in the greenhouse. It's about 74 degrees in here compared to 25 outside, and we're just going to use the greenhouse water here. The tub of water regulates the temperature inside the greenhouse, radiates heat at night, but this is in need of refilling, so it's a good opportunity to change it over anyway. Fill my flower pots with this water. And the water evaporates because of the heat. It's always humid in here, but it's great for starting plants. In Maine, we don't have a big growing season. We just have a short window of opportunity. Okay. About ready for a final scrubbing. You know. All that white starch in there is perfect. I'm going to cook these anyway, but you don't have to. They're sweet. They're like almost like a Jerusalem artichoke. Well, I'm going to eat some lunch. I'm going to pick out these firm daylily tubers and steam them and use them as a side for my salmon.